We're here today at the fantastic Gold Valley Lakes in Hampshire, and we've got Simon Willsmore and Darren Davies giving the new 11ft Acolyte feeder rods a run out. We've asked Darren to go for an all-out carp approach using the 11ft Plus, and we've asked Simon to use the 11ft Ultra to go for a more skimmer silverfish approach. It's a really nice day, the sun's out, they seem to be getting plenty of bites. So, I see Simon's got one on now, so let's go and see how he's getting on. Right, I'm here with Simon now, and he's got a fish on. I see, it's, what you got on inside?
I think it's a nice bream, Dan.
Right, we're into another one. Again, Simon's been using the Ultra rod today, and as you see, he's got a nice soft action for bream fishing, or if he hooks a carp, the rod, you know, can do it all. So, Si, today you've been using ground bait feeder.
Yeah, fish meal ground bait, cage feeder, dead maggots.
What's been the best hook bait?
Well, dead red and 3 bloodworms been good. I put a little bit of joker in my ground bait because I had some left over from a previous match.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Yeah, it's a decent fish, big
How
skimmer.
long a tail are you fishing?
It's quite a long one actually because the fishing's quite hard. It's getting on for 3 foot that.
Right.
Yeah, so standard tactics. Fishing about 25 metres, not too far past the pole line. I think that's a line that fish like to be on. It's a line that gets fed a lot with pellets.
Okay.
When people are fishing for carp. So I think it's a line that the fish tend to live on, those skimmers.
Well, we'll let you recast back out.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a little chat about the rod. So, the 11ft feeder rod.
Yeah, nice length, 11 foot. Versatile length. You can use it on a lot of different venues. I fish commercials, rivers, you know, so it's a rod that I would use a lot. It's got enough backbone in it for casting, reasonable distance. Could use it for carp easily. Could use it on rivers easily. Use it for skimmers. We're fishing for skimmers today here at Gold Valley, and it's got a nice action, throw action into a bit of power in the butt. It gives it that extra power when it's in windy conditions and casting a reasonable distance if you need to. So
right.
Good versatile rod.
And we've got 3 tips with the rod.
Yep.
You're all using 1.5 ounces today?
Yeah, the lightest one.
Just touching on the tips, Simon's using 1.5 ounce tip, which is the lighter one. You've also got a 2 and a 2.5 ounce tip. Just nice to say, this is a slow taper feeder tip, so it's got a nice progressive curve. And they're all carbon tips opposed to glass, which we said earlier you prefer carbon.
I prefer carbon, yeah. Makes them sort of naturally slim. And having slim quiver tips sort of matches the rest of the rod because it's a very slim blank, you know, so they blend in very well. You've got SIC guides on the rod, good for braid as well as mono, which is important if you're going to use it in places like Ireland, which you know, you can. Nice screw winch fitting. And the action, I would say, it's a through action, but there's plenty of power in the bottom sort of half of the rod, which makes it, the thing I've noticed, it makes it very good for casting, and my accuracy on my casting has definitely improved since I've started using these rods. I've genuinely noticed that in the last sort of few weeks. Yeah. Right.
Because it's stiffer in the butt.
Yeah, it must be. That must be the reason. I don't really know exactly why, but I've come away from some matches thinking I've been doing a lot of feeder fishing recently, and sort of, you know, sort of been happy really with my accuracy in a variety of conditions.
Excellent. Yeah. And you like the fact it's a 2-piece rod, so it folds down nice as well. So that's an important because you're putting it in a hard case.
Yeah, equal lengths with the quiver tip fitted, so that's perfect. Yeah,
can't get no damage on the tip.
No, that's what you want, isn't
it?
That's
a key point. So so you've caught a few fish.
Yep.
We're going to leave you alone to catch a few more.
Hopefully.
Because I know you want to do a bit more fishing.
Yeah.
Darren's been catching quite a few carp, so now we're going to go and see him and see how his day's going. So I'm here with Darren now, and I see you in again, Darren.
Yeah, getting an odd carp, Dan. It's quite a difficult day, to be honest. Temperatures up and down, sort of colder than you think, you know. But it's just an odd carp coming out. on a method feeder that I'm fishing sort of nigh onto the rope here at Gold, which is probably about 50 turns on this reel.
So it's quite a chuck then, really?
Yeah, although the wind's behind us, it's still a good chuck. So I've used the Acolyte 11ft Plus. It just gives you a little bit more control, a little bit more power. They're big fish here, and you are chucking a reasonable distance with a reasonable feeder. That's a 35 gram method.
Right, and I can see there, you know, you're leaning into the fish. There's
Yeah.
a lot of power in that rod, isn't there?
Yeah, they're good fish here and they fight hard. And like I say, the Plus just gives you that bit more control. Not too long. 11 foot's an ideal length, especially for netting when when they're like this sort of range. It's nice and comfortable, but you can still cast, accurately with a biggish feeder with it.
Just going through what you say, you're fishing a method feeder.
Yeah.
I'm just interested to know what you put ground bait around it or pellets?
Probably 75% pellets, just 25% ground bait. Just same sort of colour ground bait as pellets, just to bind the pellets on the feeder a little bit, and just we're only using 2 mils around the feeder, so it just when you're fishing that far out, it's just nice to have that bit of stickiness around the feeder. I feel more confident that my pellets are going to stay on, get to the bottom and then break down, because like I say, you're waiting a long time for bites. You're fishing in sort of 5-6 foot of water, so you want everything to be nicely intact when you get down there settled. You might wait 15-20 minutes for a bite.
Okay. They don't give up easily,
They
do they?
don't, no, they're big fish here, and as you can see, this rod just gives you that little bit more control.
So, obviously, it's a good fish. That is a good fish. But for summer fishing as well, when you really got to crank them in, you can build big weights. When you're fishing for big weights, it's perfect.
Yeah, it just gives you, like I say, that little bit more. It's got that little bit more guts in the middle, and it just gives you a little bit more control when you're casting and also getting the fish in.
How big's that? I can't quite see.
That's probably getting on for 6-7 pounds, something like that.
Lovely fish.
Beautiful fish, yeah.
Well, you've had a good day.
Yeah, I probably had 5 or 6 of those and 1 skimmer.
I see you using like a dumbbell.
Yeah, using
Nice visible bait.
I've caught them on all the different colours today, to be honest. I've had 2 or 3 on a yellow, 1 on a white and 1 on a pink one. It's just a case of just keep going through the motions, trying different baits and being patient.
Right, well, we'll let you cast out and try and catch a few more. Again, like the Ultra rod, similar setup. You get 3 tips with the rod. It's 2p, so it breaks down nice. They all the family follow the same suit. It's just, this is a stepped up version than the rod that Simon's been using. Darren, it seems like you had a good day. I'm going to leave you to it, see if you can catch a few more. Okay, mate?
Cheers, Dan.